Okay, so the last thing I want you guys to look at this week is the actual create tasks that have been submitted online before. So you have an idea of what you should be looking at. Again, like when he said in those planning tips, don't go overboard. Don't overthink this. It's not going to be that complicated. It's actually a pretty simple process, and the simpler that you make it, the better. So I have um, added this link into the area where I upload this video. You'll have the link to this exam page so you can find this. So this is AP College Computer Science Principles Exam. If I go down to the bottom of this, I want to show you, they have some really helpful tips. So your explore task, you guys have already done this where we did the written computational artifact part. So we're not worried about this at all. What we need to actually be worried about is this create sample part right here. So these are ones that were done in 2019, which is just last year. But they have these as well as the create scoring, how they scored them. So it's actually really nice because we can see. And I know you guys haven't seen all the questions yet, like everything you have to answer. But remember in the computing innovation where we had like 5 questions we had to answer? It's the same thing for the create task. You create an app and then you have to answer some questions, but you also have to upload a video. And that instruction is going to come later from those video series. So don't worry too much about it. But what I want to show you is if I go to this create a video, I can see the video that the student uploaded. Now, I already know this, but this is a spaceship because I watched this previously. It's a spaceship and he's collecting orbs. He's got to collect 10. Okay, so that's what the video is showing. Now, if I pause it and go back here, I can go to create a written responses. And in the first question, he's supposed to state like what your game does. And he says the programming language I used was Alice, which we haven't used at all yet. That's fine. The purpose of my program is to be an entertainment game. And you're supposed to collect 10 orbs using a spaceship to win. Pretty simple. And then he goes on to answer the other questions as well about this. He lays out his abstraction. He lays out his algorithm. So it's actually really not that bad of a problem to do. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go back to this AP College board because I want to show you guys over here in this 4th column, there's create commentary scoring distribution. So if I click this, what I can see is the exam scores, how people have scored like previously. But I also, this is like number of students, this is how you scored. This year, you guys don't have to take a test. So it's literally going to be based on the create and the explore task. Now, if I go to the create commentary, there you go, that's more helpful. Okay, I can see like this is what they're going to be looking for in 2A. They're going to be looking for a video that demonstrates at least running the feature and then a response. And the response has to be something like this. Response earns the point if it explains the function of the program instead of identifying the purpose. Response earns a point if the illustrated feature runs, even if it does not function as intended. So it's pretty simple, okay? So what I want to do then is I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of this, or close to the bottom, and I can see 2019 scoring commentary. So this is what, when the scorer looked at this exhibit, this is what they awarded. You can either get a 1 or a 0, so meaning you get a point or you don't get the point. And this student right here, who created a simple game of a spaceship collecting orbs, got all the points. And you can go through and you can see their answers, or you can see why they got the points, okay? If they didn't get the point, you will be able to see that. So what I want to do is I want to go, here's like sample B now. So if I go back to, can I get back to here? Simple? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, well, if I get back there, I will. So sample B, you can look at that one, and it just keeps going on. Sample C, you can see why they didn't get the points. Sample D, sample E, maybe didn't get the point right there. Sample F didn't do so hot, so you can see why they didn't do so well. Sample H maybe didn't do so well. So what I'm going to do, there we go, I can go back here, is I'm going to go look at these again. So I can go through any single one. Sample C got all the points, so I can go look at their app running, because you have to upload a video of your app running with just like Screencast-O-Matic or QuickTime, so we can see, like, what do you think this one does? It's just a bunch of lines that have to go down and collect that guy, and then he moves again. And then he moves again. So it's actually a pretty simple program, and it earned all the points. So take the time, go look through these, look at how they scored them, and then next week we'll be back with more stuff, okay?